My mom pretended to be sick for years, just to control me. I, 27, grew up believing my mother was the sickest woman on earth. Chronic illness, constant fatigue, mysterious pain episodes that no doctor could ever diagnose. And somehow, they always got worse whenever I made plans without her, talked about moving out, or spent time with anyone she didn't personally approve of. My entire childhood and early adulthood revolved around being her caretaker. I skipped sleepovers, canceled dates, turned down college opportunities, and even quit my first job because she said she didn't know if she'd survive without me at home. I thought I was being a good daughter. I thought I was saving her life daily. I didn't realize I was being controlled. The first crack in the illusion happened when I was 23. She told me she could barely walk and needed me home immediately. I raced home from work to find her in the kitchen, dancing. Not metaphorically dancing. Literally dancing to 80s music while cooking dinner. When she saw me, she instantly collapsed into a chair, clutched her chest, and whispered that she was having an episode. I convinced myself I misunderstood what I saw. I blamed it on stress. But the seed of doubt was planted. The truth didn't fully unravel until last year. She claimed she was on new medication that caused dizziness. She asked me to pick up her prescription from the pharmacy, something I'd done countless times. Except this time, the pharmacist looked confused and told me she hadn't filled any prescriptions in over a year. I laughed awkwardly and said it must be a mistake. The pharmacist double-checked. No mistake. My mother hadn't filled a single prescription since before COVID. I went home shaking. I confronted her gently, asking if maybe she switched pharmacies. She immediately burst into tears, accused me of turning against her, and said the pharmacist must have been incompetent. She stayed in her room the rest of the day, slamming doors dramatically like someone mourning their own life. But even then, I still doubted myself before I doubted her. The real truth came out when I accidentally saw her medical file. She left her email open on my laptop after using it, and a message popped up from her doctor confirming her annual physical results. A single sentence hit me like a truck: all vitals normal. No signs of chronic illness. My heart dropped. I opened the attached report and read every line. No chronic conditions. No autoimmune disorders. No anemia. No nerve issues. Nothing. She was perfectly healthy. The woman who told me she couldn't lift a grocery bag, who made me leave school dances early because she was too weak, who guilted me out of going to college across the state, was fine. When I confronted her, she didn't deny it. She didn't explain it. She didn't apologize. She simply said, "You wouldn't have stayed with me if I didn't need you." I felt something inside me break. Years stolen. Friendships lost. Opportunities erased. All because she wanted control. I packed a bag that night and moved in with a friend. My mother called nonstop, leaving voicemails where she went from sobbing to screaming to claiming she really was sick but the doctors didn't understand her condition. I blocked her eventually. For the first time in my life, I could breathe without feeling watched. Update: after I moved out, my aunt contacted me. She apologized for not intervening sooner. She told me the family had long suspected my mom was exaggerating or fabricating illnesses but didn't know the extent of it. According to her, my mom pulled similar stunts as a teenager to keep boyfriends from breaking up with her and faked fainting spells throughout her 20s to keep attention on herself. She also revealed that my mom had bragged about how loyal I was and how she raised a daughter who never leaves her side. Hearing that felt like a punch to the chest. I've since started therapy and learned about something called factitious disorder imposed on another, FDIA, sometimes called Munchausen by proxy when it involves children. The therapist said my mother's behavior aligned disturbingly well with emotional manipulation, dependency control, and fabricated illness for attention. I'm now living independently, working a job I love, and slowly rebuilding a life that isn't built around someone else's imaginary sickness. She still tries to contact me through unknown numbers, pretending she's deteriorating, but I'm done falling for the manipulation. Leaving wasn't just the healthiest choice I've ever made. It was the first choice I made for myself in my entire life.